to kill you with my bare hands!
No, it's okay. Our ride is coming in a few hours. We're going to need a plane if we want to catch up to Juliet. We can get one in England.
Go. Go, I'll take care of her.
Save my sister.
We'll get her back. I promise.
So, Monsieur Metz, you want to make a deal?
The only thing he'll tell us is Juliet is on a train.
Train bound for Berlin, no doubt. You're going to need to fly. Luckily, I know someone who owes me a favor. MP, please find out where Captain Riley and his plane are, and get this group there on the double.
My mom's a school teacher. She asked me to write a letter to her second grade class.
About what? What it's like being the shortest person in the army? Hi, my name is Charlie Housen. They keep me in the military, so I won't get lost.
You know, a lot of our students have older brothers. I'm scared.
Receptive kids. So, what lies are you telling?
No lies. I'm telling you.
We need to hurry. Juliet's probably halfway to Berlin already.
Well, hopefully these boys can help us out.
Lieutenant, would you mind passing me the pointer? Merci. If the Germans follow protocol, and believe me, that is something the Germans always do, Juliet has been placed on board the Black Forest Express. They're going to take her to Gestapo headquarters in Berlin, where she will be interrogated by experts. This is a one-way trip, I'm afraid. The train leaves at precisely 0800 every morning, speeding towards Berlin at 120 kilometers per hour.
Oh, this feels like the world's worst math problem.
Which means that in 6 hours, this train of yours should be right about here. Which is not far from a weapons factory our group is bombing.
Can we get a ride?
Please.
Look, today's mission is not a milk run, son. In fact, it's the most dangerous one we've ever been assigned. The Luftwaffe, they'll have their best squadron right here on the perimeter. We get through there, hell, it's Flak City for miles. We lost over 100 planes the last time we were in the area.
And now, why not delay your repairs? Sit this one out.
Because we're all in this together, Pierre.
Louis.
On top of everything else, it now appears you need to find a way to catch a speeding train.
Well, can you get us close to here? Fort Schmiertzen. Looks like they have a motor pool where we could liberate a vehicle.
This is all about saving someone? A resistance fighter?
Yes, sir.
All right. It'll be a wild ride, but we'll get you there.
So, the plan is to go on what appears to be a fatal bombing run, filled with enemy fighters and flak. But if you somehow survive, then you jump out of the plane.
Seems about right. And Louis, you're coming with us.
Bloody hell!
Everybody keep their wits now.
Louis, you can't be serious.
Oh, but I am.
Oh, you... What? anchor!
I want the plane to Switzerland!
Oh, brilliant plan! I can't walk. Are you going to carry him? Oh! Oh!
Good thing you had time to stop in here before the plane takes off. Sarge is making sure Ollie is getting the best care possible. So, medics often make the worst patients. The Colonel says he'll make a full recovery. I hear Louis will live too. Good thing for him, you only shot him in the leg. Well, this is quite the treat. Your friend Marcel made this custom for you in his workshop. Talk about something that goes boom. The P-38 semi-automatic. The choice of many German officers. Good to carry if you're ever in disguise. It has a slightly larger magazine than your 1911 pistol, but the trade-off is less accuracy at medium and long ranges. The semi-automatic P... Love this weapon. If you get your hands on one in the field, be sure to show them the love back. As with other German pistols, the P08 has a larger magazine, but is slightly less accurate. This special weapon is on loan from Colonel Ebbets. Apparently it's a family heirloom. He calls it Uncle Nate's Rough Rider. I call it an exquisite Nazi killing machine. It can be fired entirely one-handed, with only minimal impact to accuracy. And it's the only rifle in your arsenal that can be reloaded entirely one-handed. While slightly less lethal than a bolt-action rifle, it's deadlier than any semi-automatic. The Rough Rider is best for mid to long-range combat. And it can be slam-fired by holding it two-handed while keeping the trigger squeezed. Just remember to cock the lever after every shot. This is a K98K with a sniper scope. It has the same extreme lethality as a regular K98K, but with handy optics that let you see those pesky bad guys who are far away. The K98K. In the right hands, a weapon of extreme lethality. Every shot with the K98K is perfectly accurate when you hold it two-handed. Remember, all bolt-action weapons require racking the bolt between every shot, but the bolt can be racked with either hand. The Gewehr 43. An impressive weapon. It requires a bit more effort to reload than the Garand, but it comes with a larger magazine. It's every bit as accurate as the other semi-automatic weapons, but rapidly firing the Gewehr's entire magazine can cause its accuracy to go wild. The sergeant already told you how much he loves the M1 Garand. Everything he said is true. It's reliable, accurate, easy to reload, and easy to aim. Of all the semi-automatic rifles in your arsenal, the Garand has the highest stopping power. Its only real drawback is the low magazine size. The on-block clip only holds 8 rounds, but it auto-ejects quickly for a fast reload. The MP-40, a deadly German submachine gun. It has a slower firing rate than the American M1A1, but in the right hands, it can be more lethal. The MP-40 has reliable accuracy and a slightly larger magazine, but it has the lowest firing rate among all automatic weapons. However, the MP-40 doesn't go wild as other automatic weapons do when firing the entire magazine at once. That's why the Germans love it. Sometimes you just need a shotgun and nothing else will do. At close range, this weapon has no peer. Perfect for clearing corridors and bunkers. You have to pump the shotgun after every shot. Try doing it with one hand by making a brisk up and down motion. With some practice, you'll be able to pump your shotgun with one hand while throwing a grenade with the other. Germans will run in fear and speak your name in whispers. Once you get to Fort Schmierzen, it's critical you reroute Juliet's train to buy yourself some time. Sending it down a spur line will give you the opportunity to catch up. Ah, your trusty sidearm, the semi-automatic 1911 A1 pistol. Reliable and accurate. It's quite useful at mid to long ranges with both hands and mid to short ranges with one hand. The magazine holds 7 bullets. Always keep it loaded. The M1A1 submachine gun. The weapon of choice for many American officers. 30 bullets in the magazine. Conventional arsenal, the M1A1 has the quickest firing rate and causes damage, but it has the lowest accuracy. Even when held two-handed, spraying the entire magazine at once will cause the weapon to go wild. Burst firing for mid-range enemies. For long-range enemies, using this weapon is strongly recommended. In the right hands, this simple combat knife is every bit as deadly as a machine gun. A knife is always lethal when thrown at enemies. If your knife ever gets stuck on the ceiling, you can always shoot your weapon to dislodge it. And, with a little practice, the knife can be twirled and tossed between hands. The Mark II Fragmentation Grenade. You already reacquainted yourself with these on the firing range, but practice makes perfect. Remember, once you pull the pin, the fuse starts burning. You have 5 seconds until it explodes. A flak cannon. Their quad barrels deliver instant death with the squeeze of a trigger. I hear they're putting them on trains now to prevent strafing from Allied fighters. Tight with explosives, the Gammon Grenade is a small bomb. Using this weapon carries a lot of risk, but The reward is a massive, instantaneous explosion at the point of impact. It will explode on any surface, including a Nazi. After the cap is pulled, the Gammon Grenade can be held indefinitely. But now that it's armed, there's no going back. Make absolutely sure you throw it far enough, otherwise you will have a very bad day. Potato, potato. The German hand grenade's oblong shape prevents it from rolling around like an American Mark II. Activate its fuse by pulling the cap at the bottom. Remember, you can use your teeth or your hands. Ah, yes, the Panzer Faust. A disposable anti-tank weapon with an extremely potent warhead. You need both hands to use it, but it packs quite a punch. The warhead's trajectory will arc when fired over a long distance, so adjust your aim accordingly. The MG-42. Normally, it takes a team to operate effectively, but with some practice, you'll be able to do it solo. The MG-42 is extremely accurate and holds a massive 250-round magazine, with an incredible 1,200 rounds per minute firing rate. It is a weapon of unparalleled lethality. The M1980 automatic rifle. While it has its trade-offs, it's one of the big stars of the American arsenal. It can only be fired two-handed, and even then accuracy is low. But my goodness, does it make up for it with incredible stopping power. Using the higher firing rate setting reduces accuracy even further, but it sends rounds downrange much faster. Put the weapon into turret mode by deploying its bipod. Once it's stabilized, you get amazing accuracy. Perfect for covering corridors, or even taking out enemies at long distance. Get on the move again by grabbing its offhand grip. The Panzer Shrek. It's the German equivalent to the American bazooka and works very much the same way. While its blast shield can protect you from enemy fire, it can obscure your view of the target. That's why, when it comes to bazookas, I prefer American. Love their minefields. Use the mine detector to highlight the training holes in the dirt. It means you accidentally went... While the Chatsworth girl has a bombardier, it might be a good idea to familiarize yourself with how the Norden operates. Just in case. Start the practice run by pressing the red button. Look into the eyepiece and move the camera with your controls. target from the reconnaissance photo. Now, keep following the target until the plane is directly overhead. Voila! The bombs drop automatically. Oops, you missed the target. Give it another try. The ME-109, backbone of the German air defenses. These fighters will swarm the Chatsworth girl as you approach the target. Be prepared for extremely heavy resistance. Something special built into this live fire exercise.